Damn, we walk fast. Where are we? Another elevator, huh?
Do you think it works?
Don't know. Only one way to find out, though.
Hey, someone's coming.
He turns around so fucking fast, it's kind of startling. Hey, look! Looks like Alice, Clover, Kay.
And Dio, Quark, and Tenmyoji.
Why'd you guys run? What's wrong? Why are you guys running? What's going on here?
We ran into them a little bit ago. Well, not literally, of course.
I don't know. With a prowl like that, I imagine you run into a lot of things.
I don't understand why she's wearing that. That's not a shirt. The minute if you're running, that means your nipples are just out and about.
Let me see the map.
Oh, sure. Ah, I get it. All three routes end up here.
That's the same as the map we found in the infirmary.
Ah, so they were in an infirmary. Infirmary?
Oh, we found a map like that too. Ours was in the crew quarters.
That's so. We found ours in the lounge.
Maybe we should sit down for a bit and exchange information.
No.
Fuck you.
There's plenty of time for that after we check out this elevator.
We're going down to its earlier ground. What? Earlier something. And sugar, we're going down swinging. I'll be your number one with the bullet. A loaded guard complex, cock it and pull it. We're down.
What the? This is just like the other floor.
So is this man supposed to be like a ringmaster or like a circus man or something like that?
These doors have colors on them too. The one on the left is green. The one in the middle is blue. And the one on the right is red.
Are these chromatic doors? Look, there's a box here. It looks like the ones we saw earlier.
Lock, huh? Yeah, won't budge. Why do you even try at this point?
Just like the other doors. No good trying to force it open, I suppose.
Is something wrong, Alice? You've been staring at your bracelet.
Oh. No, I'm fine. But it looks like my guess was right. The numbers have changed.
Eh? Numbers? Oh yeah, the time left. Looks like 2 hours. Huh? So I went up 2 hours, 6 minutes.
For fuck's sake. You telling me we're gonna have to just sit around here for another 2 hours?
What?
Looks like we don't have a choice then.
Oh my god.
Gotta head back. Quark, why don't you show them that note we found?
Sure.
Oh? Did it say something like supplementary rules? Because if it did, we have one too. We found ours in the infirmary.
I didn't find anything. Yeah, we found. Oh, we did. oh, the note that goes but. Okay, I forgot we had that. It was in a safe in the lounge. Here are a few more rules for you. Once you've opened the door, you can hop through as much as you like. The chromatic doors are like that too. Once you open them, even I can't keep you from going in and out of them. Any color or bracelet can go through them and as many people as you like. But you have to escape before you can take advantage of this free reign rule. Once you've activated a chromatic door and gone through it to the puzzle beyond, it won't let you go back until you've solved the puzzle. If that's true, we can go back the way we came and get into that warehouse.
I don't think Zero's saying we can. I think he's saying we have to. Otherwise, what's the point of that key card?
You mean this? The Ambidex room key.
We found some too.
That makes 6 then. 1 for each AB room.
Let's head back to the warehouse.
So when Zero says jump, we say how high, huh?
You can stay here for 2 hours and sit here
You know
then.
I can stay here.
Yeah.
Stupid angry mutt watching the door sounds about right.
Asshole. Better hope I don't have rabies, you self-satisfied old turd.
Satisfiedal. Oh. I thought he said satisfiedal. I was like, what the hell is satisfiedal?
Well, what's it going to be? Are you going to go back with us? Or are you staying here by yourself?
Alright, fine. I'm going.
I wonder if Dio's voice actor is the one that played Snake in the first game. I just keep comparing to the first game. As if I can have memories of that. I'm surprised I remember anything from that. There's only 2 main memories I have from the first game, and they're both spoilers. So I cannot say it.
So, this is the lounge.
It would seem Zero's notes were telling the truth. Getting back here was easy enough.
That means we can all go visit the infirmary too.
Or the crew quarters.
Oh yeah, let's go. I wanna go.
Grandpa, check this out.
Grandpa.
Some of your favorite scotch.
Oh. Tempting. I don't really think now's the time.
You got 2 hours to kill. Whoa, hold on. Grandpa? Since when were they buddies? Well, they were together for a little bit, so it makes sense that you would become acquainted. Or had they been always that close? In other words, they'd known each other before the Notary games. And if Quark was calling Tenmyoji Grandpa, maybe they were even related. Alice and Clover seemed to be close too. Oh, okay, fine. Just how many of these people knew each other already?
Let's go, buddy. As soon as we get out of here, I can drink all the scotch I want.
So they're grandpa and grandchild?
You can drink all the root beer.
It's gonna be awkward if one of them
floats
dies.
What? You're gonna get me a root beer float?
But are you sure? Do you have enough money?
Is he poor?
you can stand. Oh, ye of
No!
little faith. I found an old factory full of rare earth metals the other day.
I like that no one's questioning it. So he was poor? How was he drinking scotch then? Are we even gonna have a chance to go into the crew quarters in the infirmary at this point? Also, apologies if the little dancing thing on the right is distracting. I went through the trouble of animating it, so I'm not gonna take it away. You can just block off that part of the screen if it really bothers you.
Oh, you're finally done. You were taking so long. I hopped off for a little nap.
For yawning? Really? You're just a computer program. You don't get tired.
You don't yawn.
Hey, Dio. My temper's got a hair trigger, and you're awfully close to pulling it. So I'd watch my mouth if I were you. Otherwise,
Well, you really need me to spell it out.
Forget it.
That's a good boy.
Never mind.
Alrighty, let's get back to what we were talking about earlier.
Why can't we see us? Seems weird that we can't see our character in this still, when it's clearly everyone looking at the screen there. Like, what? We obviously can't be actually looking at them from where we're standing right now, right? It seems weird.
Namely, how do you get more BP?
We go into the AB rooms, right? Look. We've got some keys from them right there. Right here. Kay and Quark have 2 each, so we got 6 altogether.
But who goes into what room?
That doesn't really matter. Anybody can go into any room.
But there are only 6 rooms.
Didn't I tell you? The two members of a pair share the same destiny.
Then you mean both members of a pair need to go into the same room?
Yes.
What do we do after we go into the room?
Play a game. Just like it says on the door.
You play the Ambidex game!
Wait. What's ambidex supposed to mean anyway?
I would guess it's short for ambidextrous. Most use the word to refer to the ability to use both of one's hands, instead of favoring the left or right. But
Is
it
the
can
guy-
also be taken to mean someone who is duplicitous or two-faced.
He knows a lot. Is he supposed to be like Snake, but like a robot? And not Snake as in Metal Gear Solid Snake. I mean Snake as in Clover's brother Snake from the first game. I feel like that's the only reason why they would be paired together, right? Seems like... And he's also like really knowledgeable. And Snake was like that too, so I don't fucking know. It's a game of betrayal then.
Well, yes, I guess you could put it that way.
Oh, also I wasn't listening to anything he said. Let me just read that. Game of betrayal. Most use the word to refer to the ability to use both one's hands. Instead of favoring the left or right, it can also be taken to mean someone who is duplicitous or two-faced. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
What's the nonary game?
That refers to the whole enchilada. The nonary game is a game where you try to open the number 9 door and escape. The Ambidex game is just a mini game play as part of the larger one. Make sense?
Like hell. Shit is confusing.
You're an idiot. It makes total sense.
Or is it that you're just a few carrots short of a bushel? What do you think, Ian?
Arrogant little bastard.
Well, that's just how I am. So you better get used to
Who's
now, could I have you all move to the AB room, please?
whose laugh is worse? His or my?
I'll give you more specifics.
Which is the one that would make you get frustrated the most?
I think it'll probably be easier to understand that way.
Kay, Quark, and myself each gave one card to Luna, Alice, and Tenyoji. Then we headed into the AB rooms. There wasn't really any discussions of who'd go into which door, and Fi and I found ourselves heading into the leftmost room. Looks like everyone else has gone in already. Think we should head in too?
Why are you asking me?
Oh my god!
Hurry up and get in there.
We're just trying to be considerate. Fucking bitch. What if you're tying your shoe and we just walk in, idiot? I don't mean to call you a bitch. You're probably a fine girl. I'm sure we'll come to like you at the end of this game, but still. Just say yes.
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Huh? What? This game's got a time limit too? Oh! There's someone on the floor! What? 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 What the hell? Who is this?
Fuck if I know. Look, it doesn't matter who she is. Just get everybody over here.
Yeah, right. Hey, guys, get over here. We found someone. There's a lady over here. She's unconscious. I didn't wait for a response, just turned around and followed Fi into the room. We knelt down next to the woman and turned her over as gently as we could manage. All that greeted us was... Was she shot? Blood. She's covered in blood. Well, that's not good. This is the room with... Wasn't this the room with Kay and Clover? I leaned down to listen to her mouth. At her mouth, or whatever. Nothing. No breath. With shaking hands, I felt against her neck for a pulse. No movement. Just cold skin. She has a ring on her finger on the right hand.
What the hell were you yelling at? What's going on here?
Is she?
Quark, don't look! Somebody get Quark out of here! You can't. Oh well, I guess he didn't know.
Come on, Quark.
Then she's...
Yeah, she's not breathing, and I can't find a pulse. Her body's already cold, so I'm guessing she was murdered a while ago.
Murdered?
Does this look like an accident or suicide to you?
Looks like she was stabbed.
Oh, so she wasn't. Okay.
Don't see a weapon around here, though. That means either the killer took it with them, or it was part of them.
Okay, was it
Part of
you?
Well, if someone was strong enough and they had metal hands, then they might be able to stab someone in the heart.
Well,
What are you suggesting?
that's a weird thing to suggest. I would have said something like they could have had like a sharp piece of something in them somewhere,
It's just
but okay.
a joke.
It's
Don't
just a
take
joke.
it so seriously. Whatever. If we examine the wound, we'll probably get a better idea of what the weapon was. Let's get her to the infirmary. She might be old, but she's still a woman. If we're going to do an autopsy, she should have some privacy. Come on, boys, let's go.
But we opened the doors, didn't we? Don't we have 45 minutes to do that? DOK and I gingerly lifted the woman up and carried her to the infirmary. Why couldn't Kay just do it? Isn't he strong enough to hold a person? Perhaps he just didn't consider himself as one of the boys, or maybe it was something else. But whatever the reason, Temyoji only stared. His whole body was rigid, like a rope pulled almost to his breaking point, but it was his eyes that caught my attention. He knows her. He wasn't staring at us. Not quite. It was more like he was staring towards us, a smoldering spark of something burning silently behind his gaze. It wasn't until we were almost at the infirmary that I realized Temyoji hadn't spoken a single word since the moment we found the body. I turned to look back at him. He was following us at a distance, his breathing heavy and labored, and his movement slow and shuffling, as if his body was suddenly made of lead. What's up, my dude? Do you know the lady? Or does she remind you of your wife? I actually thought she was related to Luna or something, because I thought their clothes were similar. Like an old-timey type of clothing, but The old woman's body was surprisingly light. Carrying her felt almost like carrying an old dry piece of wood. We set her down carefully in the infirmary bed, as if we were afraid she might break. She looked so peaceful. Almost like she was going to just wake up any minute now. A surprise!
Maybe she didn't suffer much when she died.
Let's hope so.
Anyway, I feel a little bad about doing this, but I think we need to examine her.
You mean like an autopsy or something?
Well, she did say autopsy earlier.
I'm just going to have a look at the wound. If we had a coroner, then it would be a different story, but...
I'm a coroner,
What?
just so happened.
I have a medical license.
Oh, what?
You're a nurse?
No.
I'm a doctor. Oh, you're a doctor?
Well, I'm not exactly a coroner.
Interesting. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover,
Turns out
can
she's a
you?
dentist.
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Are you really going to perform an autopsy? Oh,
Why does Clover only smile? Why does she do nothing else but smile? I'm so confused by her character.
I won't really be doing it. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an ATOM. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
Ah, yes, I remember.
Oh yeah? And just how the hell do you remember that?
I just remembered that I too am a doctor.
Because Alice, Clover, and I examined this entire room.
Oh. Why Jack talk? So you think you can use it to perform some kind of autopsy?
Yes. I think I should be able to manage that.
Do it then. Is she gonna hit her with a mallet? No, she's gonna scan her like a barcode scanner. Luna ran the scanner over her body, then turned back to the terminal. I also don't understand how her hair is. Is it like meant to be braided like that? The display filled up with text, most of it rather technical. Sex female, estimated age 65 to 75, diagnosis disease, cause of death exsanguination, probably. Estimated time of death 3 or 4 hours. Damage trajectory, weapon entered through fourth intercostal, piercing heart, weapon characteristic, wound margin clean, continuous, wound angles, 1 sharp, 1 blunt, wound cavity, 150 millimeters, wound length, 30 millimeters. This is too fucking detailed. Conclusion, based on the characteristics described above, there's a 95% chance that the wound was caused by a sharp single-bladed instrument. Huh. Yeah, I don't really get it. What's it mean by instrument? She stabbed with a clarinet or something? Yes, exactly.
A tool of some sort. A knife, probably.
In other words, she was stabbed in the heart, right?
Yes.
Well, I suppose that clears me of suspicion.
Sorry, but no.
Why? Please, don't tell me you think my hand can somehow turn into a knife.
I told you that was a joke.
Then why am I still a suspect?
We found the old lady in one of the AB rooms, specifically the one farthest to the left. Before we went in there, only 2 other people had been in that room. You and Clover. Only one of you was conscious.
Fi, please, stop joking around.
I
I assure you, there was no one else in that room besides Clover when I woke up. She must have been put there later.
But the door was locked, right? I don't think anyone could have gotten in without the key.
Perhaps, but there was a hatch on the ceiling, remember?
Yes, there was. But Zero said he locked all the hatches.
Well, if he was telling the truth, nobody could have gotten in there after you 2 left. Which means...
Fucking bastard! Why'd you kill her, Kay? I knew it. You're him, aren't you? You're the real Zero.
If he was the real Zero, why would he purposely leave the fucking grandma in there? He could have just easily taken it out while you guys were fucking...
Just
whatever,
calm
never mind.
down.
I don't care.
You aren't making sense. Let's suppose I am Zero. Why would I do something that would obviously cast suspicion on me?
Well, because you figured we'd think that. And you'd throw us off the trail by doing the exact opposite.
That's not a logical argument. Still, you do have at least half a point. Your argument doesn't confirm my guilt, but it does show us where we should be looking. The real Zero. The person who brought us here is likely the person who murdered that woman. Doesn't that seem like the most reasonable answer?
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
Unless Clover's the one who stabbed her.
If Zero was the murderer,
Well, again,
then they
Kay
could
says that there was no
open
one in there.
anything they wanted to. I mean, didn't Zero say something about that?
I live in the master computer. That means all the electronic doors in this whole warren are under my control.
Still don't like this fucking penis rabbit.
Exactly.
Bring back Monokuma.
Also, consider this. If the murderer isn't Zero, why would the AI Zero stay silent? He told us that his job was to make sure the game ran smoothly. But now the unexpected has happened, and he says nothing. Why would he do that? If he can see everything we do, then he must know who killed the old woman.
There's a funky looking puzzle on the right over there. Damn, we could have had fun with that.
So why has he kept his silence? The answer is simple. The murderer is Zero. Or rather, Zero Senior, I suppose you could say. He likely ordered Zero Junior, the AI, to keep his identity hidden. If Zero Junior told us about the murder, then Zero Senior's identity would be compromised.
I love how you dress as a senior and
There's
junior.
something else to consider as well. Perhaps this murder was not unexpected. Zero Senior murdered her, just as planned. Death is only another part of the game.
Killing someone is just a part of the game to him?
Well, there's no way to know for sure, but I would assume so.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes.
What votes?
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
What? What does that mean? Whoa, what was that?
I don't know.
I didn't understand what she
Well,
said.
one thing's for sure.
And that is?
If we don't go vote, something bad's going to happen.
You see? Just as I said. Zero Junior ensures the game continues, even though someone has died. All of this is part of Zero Senior's plan.
So we only have 10 minutes to solve this thing? Or less because we have to run back there?
Let's get back to the warehouse. If we all head to the AB rooms, maybe we'll see Zero Jr. After all, he told us he'd give us specifics once we gone in.
Damn, we really shouldn't have spent so much time with this dead person. God damn! Oh, we're not that far. We're really going in there? I kinda don't want to. I mean, there was a dead lady in there just a few minutes ago. Huh? Wait, Fi? Where'd you go?
Up here.
Huh? Up? Whoa! What the hell is she doing? Is she on the roof of it? What? What was that sound? You must be really desperate to get high.
Seriously? That's the best you can do?
What?
I was expecting something about how I jump at the first sign of trouble.
Whatever. What are we up here for anyway? Everybody's already gone into the AB rooms.
Yeah, well, there was something I wanted to check out.
And that is?
This thing. Remember it?
The hatch?
Try opening it.
No luck. It won't budge.
Then that means this AB room is locked down tight. No one could get in.
You're talking about whoever killed that old lady, aren't you?
Yeah.
You still think it's K, huh? Well, like Clover said, if Zero Senior is the killer, then it wouldn't matter if we could open this hatch or not.
I know. I just wanted to be sure.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
5
Let's
minutes
go.
to do a puzzle is not enough time.
I imagine Algernon's waiting for us.
What? He's a rabbit? Oh, is that a fucking reference to Flowers for Algernon? Man, I remember reading that book when I was in like high school or something. I remember really liking it, but I don't remember shit about it. Aside from the fact that they were like testing on rabbits.
Look, there's something on the screen.
Yeah, you're right. The Ambidex game will now begin. To enter your vote, please touch the start button on your screen. Once you have entered your vote, the door will lock automatically. It will not open again until the polling period has finished. What? What are we voting for? Uh-oh. Well, looks like there's no going back now.
Astute observation.
Shut up.
Hooray! Everybody's finally here! I've been waiting.
So have we. We've got some questions for you, Zero. Who was that old boy?
Will all of you please stop bombarding me with questions?
They're all asking at the same time. Oh.
The other people in the other rooms are asking me stuff just like you are, Siggy. I guess you probably can't hear them since these rooms are completely soundproof, but BO is especially loud. For real, BO. I need you to shut up. There isn't much time. I gotta hurry and explain all this stuff, or the game will end before I'm done. So, no more questions from now on. No answers for anybody, okay? You just have to wait. Now, let's get this party started! Let me tell you about the AU. Since it's a game, you're obviously going to have an opponent. But it's not like this is a battle royale where you just fight everybody. Each round will be a one-on-one battle. Mono a mono, or mono a womano. Well, there are 2 people in each pair, aren't there? So it'll be more of a 2-on-1 battle, I guess. Now, I imagine you're all wondering who your opponent is going to be. It's actually really easy. You'll be competing against whoever you paired up with to go through the chromatic doors.
Who do we? Oh, Luna?
For example, Siggy and Fido paired up with Mooney and went through the magenta door, didn't they?
Yeah.
That means that Siggy and Fido will be playing against Mooney. And it goes the other way too. Mooney's opponent will be Siggy and Fido. Obviously, that means Potassium and Cleaver's enemy will be Alex.
Potassium.
BO and Quark's enemy will be Tenmioli. Well,
Why is he saying everyone's
yes,
names wrong? I mean,
Isn't the
Potassium's
right
pretty
word,
funny.
isn't it? After all, if you choose ally, then they're your ally.
What? Don't get it? Well, don't worry. Just listen while Zero the Third explains it all.
Why are you like this?
First, I want everybody to focus on the screen on the device in the back of the room. You should see A, ally, and B, betray on it. Do you?
All you guys have to do
is pick! Just pick one of those easy options! Your DP will go up or down, depending on what you pick. It's a little complicated, and some of you are a little slow. So, I made this handy chart. The plus and minus are from your point of view. So, let's say you choose ally, and so does your opponent. You'll get 2 BP, and so will they. And you'll all get a nice warm, fuzzy feeling inside. We call that the best pals outcome. Just puts a smile on your face, doesn't it? Next is what you get if you choose ally, but your opponent chooses to betray. If that happens, you lose 2 BP, and they get 3. We call that the stupid jerk face outcome.
somebody did that to me, I'd skin them and stew them with some taters.
The third choice is the opposite of that. It's when you choose betray, but your nice, innocent opponent chooses ally. This time, you're the one who gets 3 BP, and they're the one who loses 2. We call that the serves them right outcome. I mean, what were they thinking? Choosing ally was a stupid choice, and there's nothing for you to feel guilty about. And finally, the very last scenario. This is when you choose betray, and so does your opponent. If that happens, neither of you get to lose any. Absolutely zero change in your Boring. We call this the why even bother outcome. As the game master here, this is the situation I want to avoid the most. You're probably wondering about the pairs, aren't you? Well, let me explain.
This has been long. This has to have been more than 5 minutes already.
I told you that both people in a pair share a destiny? Well, that applies here too. The two of you only get 1 vote. You get to choose once between ally or betray. That doesn't mean you split your points though. You both get 3 points, or lose 2 points, or whatever. In other words, what you see on this chart is what you get. Okay then, I think that about does it for the basic rules.
Well, actually, there's a little bit more. But
it'll just have to wait, I guess. After all, it's almost time!
Hey, wait!
No, I won't wait and I can't wait. Can you hear me? It is time!
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Man, those first 30 minutes went by so fast. And then now this last 5 minutes went by so slow.
You see, it's time for me to be hopping on out of here. See you later. Have a nice trouble.
We don't have time to talk about this. Choose betray.
What? You're kidding. You really want me to betray Luna?
We don't know if she'll ally or not. If we choose ally and she chooses betray, we're screwed. It's a loss of 2 points. You tell me, Sigma. What's 3 minus 2?
Well, we'll still be fine. We'll have 1. Just what kind of idiot do you think I am? It's 1, obviously.
Exactly. If our BP gets down to 1, it's over. So...
Why is it over? We'll have 1. Wait, what do you mean it's over?
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Just press the damn button.
Why don't you press it if you're so fucking adamant about it? You're hiding something. You've been suspicious from the get-go. I mean, how did you know my name? Or how about when we found that old lady's body? You didn't even blink. Almost like you knew she would be there. Look, I don't want to believe it, but did you? Are you?
Fine. If you won't do it, then I...
Don't think so. I'm not gonna move until you give me some answers. If I don't do anything, it'll just vote Ally for us anyway. So let's hear it. What are you hiding? What's it's over supposed to mean?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
When your BP hits 0, you die.
Okay, it's gonna hit 1.
That's
You're
what I
fine.
1.
You're fine. Oh wait, was I allowed to choose there? It's okay. I would have chosen Ally anyway.
The Ambidex game
but
has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
I don't know if I probably had the option to choose Betray if I wanted to, but I was gonna go for Ally regardless.
For your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Listen, Fi, I'm sure I would have loved you at some point later in the game, but I also, like, I can't betray someone. As Fi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running towards the monitor, shoving and pushing to get closer. Tenmyoji was left behind. His footsteps were slow, heavy plods. What had happened to make him like that?
What was that, Sigma?
Huh?
Don't play dumb. You chose Ally.
I sure did.
Didn't you hear me? I told you that if your BP drops to 0, you die.
It's fine. It's at 1. Yeah, I heard you a whole second before the deadline. How can you expect me to think anything through that quick? It would have taken like a half a second just to process what you said.
No, you could have done it. The brain's processing power increases during a crisis. It starts working so fast that a second can seem like an eternity. Your brain was doing that right before time ran out, wasn't it? Well, am I wrong?
I don't know. I just hit 8. What the hell are you talking about? Okay, fine. Let's be generous and say hypothetically that you're right about this crisis overclocking thing. How would you know whether or not my brain was doing that? Did you crack open my skull when I wasn't looking? You just wedge the microscope in there and have a look at my neurons? Let me be straight with you. Your shit is whack. Like, hella whack. Sigma, come on. Why'd you gotta say it like that? I mean, you just know stuff you shouldn't. Stuff like my name, or how if your BP hit 0, you died. Must be she's done this before. Duh. You told me you don't know why, but more and more, I'm starting to think you've been lying to me.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
Siggy! I know! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Let's go. Time to see what the results are. Maybe it's different this time.
Okay, so clearly she's done this before. What are you, a time traveler? Are we traveling? What is this game called? Virtue's Last. Okay, so it's not called time traveling. Huh? This time? Yeah, she's clearly done this before. I don't know what the deal is, but hey, fine, hold on. Shit. I like how she just openly said it. Maybe this time it'll look good. Okay.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally. Let's get ready to rock! Ambidex game! Round 1! The results! If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Oh! Art! Hey, would you look at that? We got more points! See, it all worked out. Fine. Now. Kay and Clover chose Betray. And Alice. Oh, you betrayed Alice! Wasn't she supposed to be friends with you guys? Dio and Quark. Dio and Quark betrayed the old man! Y'all are mean. Okay.
Here are the results from your game.
You can't do that to your grandpa.
Now,
Let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
This goes way too fast. Are we supposed to? What's the point of that? Thanks, Luna.
Oh no, it's nothing. You don't have to thank me. I only did what anybody would have done.
Just smack the faces of people who chose
I
betrayed.
believed in you and Phi.
When Luna glanced away, I threw Phi what could only be described as a smug grin. Rather frustratingly, she didn't respond, only turned away unperturbed. I was about to press the issue when I heard Tenmyoji's voice.
Quark, what happened?
No, it wasn't me. Mr. Dio tricked me. He told me he'd pick Ally. He promised. That's why I let him do the voting.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Is this true, Dio?
Are you serious? This kid's full of shit.
What?
I didn't do squat. Quark was the one who decided how we were gonna vote. You wanna know what he told me?
You just leave the voting to me, Mr. Dio. Grandpa's gonna choose to ally for sure, because I'm his opponent on this one. I think we should betray. To be honest, I'm getting kinda tired of that grumpy old bastard. He's had a good life, but it's time for him to go. What do you say we leave the old fart here, me?
He doesn't seem like the type that would talk like that at all.
See? Don't worry about me.
If he turns out to be like this little shithead, then that's gonna be shitty.
He'll believe whatever I tell him. Besides, if he still trusts me, that'll make it easier to use him again later. What do you say, Mr. Dio? Pretty good plan, huh?
You get turned out he's Zero? Oh no, I don't need.
Do it.
I don't need another fucking kid being the goddamn mastermind.
You're lying! I never should have trusted you! Dio! You're a lying jerk!
Sure, kid. Keep whining. See if I care.
Grandpa! You believe me, right?
Don't let this brat fool you, old man. All of this is just part of his plan.
You bastard! I'm not gonna let you get away with this!
That's enough, Quark. Don't lose your temper. How long have I known you? I could be deaf and blind, and I'd still know if you were lying to me.
Really?
You're just as gullible as he said you'd be. Hook, line, and sinker. Let me give you a little warning, Tenmyoji. That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust the kid as far as I could throw him, and at your age, that can't be much. You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on him.
It's all right. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
Why did you do it?
I apologize.
Why did you do it?
This is very unfortunate.
But why did they do it? It looked as though another argument had taken place while Quark and Dio were fighting. Whatever it had been about, it appeared to have resolved itself.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it. I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game. Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round one. If there's a round one, then there's likely a round two.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 BP? That's impossible without a second round.
Yeah, I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
When?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Right you are. So, let me just close them.
So is the idea that every Ambidex room game is just choosing ally or betray? That's boring. I thought it was gonna be an actual mini game.
The Ambidex game will be the Moon Round. Moon cards will be required to open the gates.
That's boring. I thought it was gonna be an actual game. Moon cards. Does that mean we can't use these cards anymore since they've got suns on them?
Yes, indeedy. Now, you'll have to look the cards with moons on them.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
I don't know. As many times ones as you need to. It's anybody's guess how long it'll go. But I plan on keeping this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on.
Of course. You could also get stuck just below 9 BP, where every bunny just keeps going back and forth and back and forth and losing points. After all, if there's no bunny with 9 BP, the door can't open. If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5, round 100, round 2000. You might even go all the way up to round 24,9,004,897. Although, I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
Hey, can I ask you something?
I don't know. Can you?
Oh, fuck you. There's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? Like, you have to have 3 people exactly?
Yeah? So?
Well, what about number 9 door? Are the rules the same?
Nope. There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be 1 person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you. There is one thing though, Siggy. All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic doors, maybe it's not 100% true.
The fuck? What? What do you mean?
Well, you can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
I didn't want to make things complicated.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What? How?
There's a sort of scanner between the 2 doors. It checks to see if the right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning that people.
So, it's scanning the bracelets then?
Ding ding ding! As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are!
But, wait, hold on a minute. Do these things even come off?
No, yes!
Oh, they do?
They do indeed.
Oh, you mean they come off when someone dies? I'm guessing.
Then how do I take it off?
Well, there's 2 ways. The first is to get through the number 9 door and escape. As soon as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
What's the second way? Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, dear. I think you already know.
What?
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Of course I do.
Oh, well, I see.
Cut his hand
It's
off.
easy. Nothing to it, really.
You just have to die.
You die.
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses.
You know what an electrocardiogram is, right? Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep.
Oh my god. This sentence is so long. I tried to just make it What? Why did this pop up? I don't think that would be I don't think the stream would, or I don't think the recording would have seen that, but something just popped up in front of me. My Steam's friend list? Get out of here. I don't care. I'm not trying to play with friends here.
When someone dies on a TV show. Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching. So, when that signal goes away...
The lock on the bracelet releases, right?
Yep. So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off. Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off.
Okay, but what if I cut off my hand?
If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules. I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that. But if you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round.
Oops. I guess it's not going to be very lucky for some of you, huh?
Next round.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything? Somebody might die during the next round of the AB game.
There. That's pretty clear, right?
If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be 10 Miyoldi or less. One or the other. Or... it might be both of them.
What?
Why am I going to die?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty is.
You mean the needles in our bracelets are gonna activate and we'll die?
Correct, Siggy. Full marks.
So, Fi had been right. But how had she known before Zero told us?
I see. Alice and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
What? What the hell? This is important stuff. Why didn't you tell us about this earlier?
Sorry.
Sorry's not going to cut it. I thought you were supposed to tell us the rules, not hide them.
Well,
Is there anything else you conveniently left out? It's not fair to make people play a game without explaining all the rules.
I think it's fair. After all, it's not like anybody else knew, right? Right, Fido?
Yeah, I guess so.
I took a moment to go over everything in my head. The AB game would continue until someone opened the number 9 door. There were no rules about how many people could or couldn't pass through the number 9 door. That meant it was possible for everyone to escape. The secondary chromatic doors could be opened by any number of people, so long as you had the right bracelets. The bracelets would only unlock under 2 conditions: if you left the building, or if your heart stopped. If your BP hit 0, the needles in your bracelet would activate, killing you.
Oh, one last thing. The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs. You already saw them, right? There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through, you'll need bracelets in cyan, magenta, and yellow.
But wait! You've already got those bracelets! Have a look! The color's changed, hasn't it?
Oh, is that oh yeah. Oh yeah, we were red before. Yeah, it did change. Mine changed from red to cyan.
Me too. Mine's cyan now.
Mine too. Wait. I guess the colors weren't the only thing that changed. It switched from pair to solo.
You're right. Mine switched from solo to pair.
Oh.
Mine is now a solo as well.
Yep, looks like mine's changed too. I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm still a pair.
The 3 of us seem to be magenta now as well.
I'm yellow. And it still says solo. Fi, you and Dio are yellow now too, right?
Oh, I'm being separated from Fi now.
Yeah.
Ew, you're stuck with Dio.
Looks like I'm a pair.
Oh wait, no you're not.
When
What?
did they change?
Back when the AV gates closed. As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too. And of course, it's totally random. No rules or anything. Now, with all of that explained, I must bid you adieu. Sadly, we may never meet again.
A word?
What?
Thank God.
Well, there's not really anything for me to facilitate anymore. I mean, you guys are good from here, right?
Leave. I don't want you here. I don't care.
Never see you guys again.
Good.
Did you really think I was gonna cry?
No.
Suckers!
Who would care?
As if I'd cry over you dummies.
What the? You fucking dick! Why did you believe him? Are you stupid?
You mad? Anyway, good luck. I may be gone, but I'm always watching. Maybe I'll see you again someday.
No thanks.
Have a nice tragedy.
I'm good.
That little piece of shit. If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him till he popped.
That sounds gross. I don't really want to think about that.
So what happens now? We've still got a while until the chromatic doors open.
Looks like about 42 minutes.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits. Maybe there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. If there's a chance Zero missed something.
I concur. There's no point in standing around. We lose nothing by looking. And if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic doors.
Let's split up. 5 minutes will give us a good half hour or so. Let's meet in front of the chromatic doors 5 minutes before they open then. Any objections?
There were none. After some nods and mumbling, they split up and moved off to investigate. I was the only person who stayed behind. Damn. How the hell did I end up here? Why? Why me? Try as I might, I couldn't think of anything I'd done that could have landed me in Zero's game. I hadn't pissed anyone off, at least not this bad. I didn't owe anyone money, my family certainly wasn't rich. If anyone was hoping to get a fat ransom payout from me, they were gonna be really disappointed. Obviously, I wasn't some kind of genius, nor was I an Olympic athlete, and I certainly hadn't been chosen by God to fulfill some great purpose on this earth. Well, at least if I was, I didn't know yet. Had I started a fight with a frightening, mysterious new religion? No. Had I hacked into some terrorist group's server? No. Had I witnessed an assassination? No. Had I gotten wasted and had a one-night stand with the mistress of a prominent politician? Well, yes. What? But it was just that one time. Okay, what kind of life are you living? And she was the one who went after me. Okay, what the hell? That doesn't matter. Anyway, I was just an ordinary college student. If there was a reason I'd been abducted and put in a notary game, I sure couldn't see it. Why was this happening to me? I thought back to what I'd been doing right before I was taken. The memories were still a little blurry, but they were there. Flashback. December 25th, 2028. Early morning, California desert. That's right, your boy Sigma's from California's. The moon was beautiful. I just finished writing a paper due that day and was heading to my car from the research building. I'm sorry, you're still in school in fucking late December? School should have been out by then, no. The parking lot was empty and a bright moon cast sharp... What? The parking lot was empty and a bright moon cast sharp shadows across the chilly pavement. The last time I'd look at that clock, it had said it was 2 in the morning, which meant that today was Christmas Day. So why was I at school typing away feverishly on Christmas? There were 3 reasons. First, my home computer had suddenly decided to eat shit. When I hit the power button, I just got nothing. I didn't have time to spend all night troubleshooting the stupid thing, so I headed back to campus to use one of the school's machines. Second, the professor in charge of my research group was a Buddhist. Christmas didn't appear to have some sort of significance to him, and part of me couldn't shake the thought that he was trying to make some kind of point. Third, my girlfriend had broken up with me a week before. I'm sorry, I don't think we should see each other anymore. Goodbye. All I got was that one cold email. Try as I might, I couldn't even get in touch with her. Of course, that meant I wouldn't be attending the party we'd been planning on going to. Somehow, I didn't think drinking by myself around a bunch of happy couples would be a good idea. At any rate, I stayed up all night to finish my paper and emailed it off to my professor before the sun began to rise. As I walked across the parking lot, I felt light. Perhaps it was the relief of finishing my paper, Or perhaps it was the 5 energy drinks I chugged to stay awake. Perhaps it was both. Why was the school even open so late at 2 in the morning? I slid into my car and stuck the key into the ignition after only 2 tries. I twisted the key. Nothing happened. Huh? I jiggled the key in the slot and tried again. And again. And again. On the 5th try, the engine made an odd creaking noise, like metal on metal, and fell silent. God damn it. You stupid piece of shit! I screamed and pounded on the steering wheel, but nothing worked. The console was about to get a visit from my fist when... What a weird shot of this, just from below. Huh? What? What the hell is this? Why is my car smoking? Oh my god, what the hell is the shirt you're wearing? There's a fucking lady on it. I clawed at my door, and for a moment, I thought that was just my panic and lack of sleep that were keeping me from opening it. It wasn't long before I realized the truth. Shit! Open, goddammit! What was going on? My mind was racing, trying desperately to puzzle what was happening through a haze of fear and caffeine-fueled neuron misfires. That was when I saw it. Just a glimpse in the rear view mirror, but I was certain there was someone behind my car. I spun around as fast as a very tired college student sitting in the car can. Same fucking guard from the first game. Who's there? My vision started to swim as the smoke filled the car. The more of it I inhaled, the heavier my body felt, and I could already feel the world starting to go dark. The last of my strength failed, and I collapsed sideways into the passenger seat. My eyes slowly drooped closed. Good story, Sigma. Good story. Tell us more. Oh. When they opened again, I was in the AB room with Phi. Why is this happening to me? I spent a few minutes wallowing in misery. I figured I deserved at least a little self-pity. But even I knew that brooding and whining wasn't going to get me anywhere. Like Kay had said, we needed to at least try and find another way out. So I shook my head to clear it, stood up straight, and headed off. We haven't been to the crew quarters yet. Let me actually, how do I save? Not this for 3+ hours. Alright, let's go to the crew quarters. It's the only room we haven't been in yet. We've been in the infirmary, but we didn't really look around because we could have gone there too. I wonder if the body's still there. Oh, this is spooky. Huh. So these are the crew's quarters, huh? Oh, old man!
Sigma, what are you doing here?
Hey, come on, man. Don't be like that. We aren't enemies, are we?
Huh. I wonder.
What happened to you, Tenmyoji? You've been acting weird ever since we found that lady's body.
Oh, you think so? But you sure it ain't just all in your head?
Fine. Let's move on to something else then. You and Quark. Is he your, grandkid?
Why do you want to know?
Why are you being so fucking grouchy? Well, I mean, why do you think? He keeps calling you Grandpa. Of course I'm gonna wonder what the deal is. We all got kidnapped and brought here, apparently for no reason. And now they're making us play some sort of weird game. I'm just trying to find little meaning in all this nonsense. That's it. So tell me, Tenmyoji, are you really Quark's grandpa? Clover, Luna.
Sigma, where'd you come from?
Did you not want me here?
No, it's okay, I guess. I just thought Tenmyoji was the only other person here. This is the crew quarters. I came here with Clover and Tenmyoji. We decided we'd split up to investigate.
Huh. Makes sense. So, you find anything?
0.
Thanks. What? Which one?
No, I meant I found
Oh.
0 things.
What about you? Anything suspicious?
I didn't find anything either. Although, I guess you could say this whole facility is suspicious.
Yeah, you've got a point there. So why do you think Zero put all these puzzles and stuff all over the place?
Well, maybe solving all of these puzzles is part of the nonary game.
Really? I thought the nonary game was a couple of rounds of the AB game. Why would he need puzzles and stuff then? To make it fun! Clover knows. Well, what is the nonary game then? Why is Zero making us do all this stuff? The digital route! That's what it was called! Like way early on into this gameplay stuff. I was trying to figure out what you call it when you have like all the numbers, you add them together and then you add in the 2 numbers that like you keep adding in until you get to one single digit. It's a digital route. That's the word I was trying to think of. Sorry.
Well, this is just speculation, but maybe it's for entertainment. So rich, powerful people can watch.
Entertainment?
Yes. They're probably off in an opulent theater, watching us struggle while they drink brandy and eat caviar.
Oh, you think so, huh? So some rich bastards killed her off for kicks. What kind of a death is that?
Well, maybe her dying didn't have anything to do with the rest of the game.
No. Kay was right. If her dying wasn't part of all this, the rabbit would have said something. But what we get? Nothing. Just tells us to keep playing and disappears. I can only think of one reason he'd do that. Murdering her was always part of Zero's plans. Now, if you can think of another way all this fits, well, I'd love to hear it.
So you're saying that Zero Sr. is the one who murdered the old lady?
Now, it sure looks that way.
That means there's a 7 in 1 chance anybody could be the murderer.
Wait, 7?
Well, Alice and I can't be Zero.
Okay. I'll let the I part go, but you're gonna have to give me a little. You're gonna have to give me a little to convince me Alice can't be Zero.
What? Come on. Alice and I know each other. Well, how do you know each other? I guess you could say we're co-workers.
And where do you co-work?
An organization?
What?
That's kind of vague.
You guys joined an organization after all that?
That's... I can't tell you.
What? What do you mean you can't tell us?
I mean, I can't tell you. Just forget about it, okay? Why can't you tell us? Because it's confidential. I promised I wouldn't tell.
Oh, come on, don't give me that. Look around you, Clover. You really think this is the time to be playing it close to the chest?
Yeah. What if the people you work for have something to do with what's going on here? Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should tell you.
Finally.
Sorry, but I just don't really trust you guys. I mean, what if one of you is Zero? It could be any of you. Sorry. Anyway, I think that's enough about me and Alice. I just don't really feel like I can trust you guys. Maybe if that changes, then I can tell you. So, I guess I'll go now. Go? Where are you going? I don't know. I haven't really figured it out yet. Then I'll be going too. Fine.
Okay, just there she goes. So Temyoji.
Save it. I don't trust you any more than she does.
In other words, you aren't gonna tell me anything, are you?
Sorry.
You're not sorry at all. Well, whatever. I left Temyoji and headed back to the hallway. There were so many questions I wanted answers to, but it was looking like I had to suffer in ignorance for a while longer. Besides, there were plenty of more immediate problems that needed my attention. I sighed and filed my questions away to be dealt with later. I needed to focus. Let's try and look for a good place to stop. I guess I'll just keep going. Let's go to the infirmary. See if the old lady is still there. Although technically, I guess I can stop whenever I want to. I just stop after this conversation. How's it going? You guys find anything?
Hello, Mr. Sigma.
Nothing yet.
Oh.
Well, Alice, Clover, and I did go over this room quite thoroughly. I doubt you'll find any hidden hallways here.
Why are you back here then?
Well, I was concerned about the lady you found. Who would do such a horrible thing?
Given what we know so far, you're the most likely candidate.
Fi, please. Why would I kill this woman?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying the evidence points to you right now. If we find more evidence in the future, that could change.
We were so busy earlier that I never got to ask, but do any of you know who she is?
Beats me. I've never seen her before.
I don't know her either.
Neither do I. Well, I suppose I might have known her before I lost my memories, but there's no way to know, is there?
You still can't remember anything?
No. Not even a little, unfortunately.
You better be telling the truth about this amnesia stuff.
Are you suspicious of me too, Sigma?
No, I trust you. Suspicious? Have you looked in the mirror lately? You might as well have suspicious tattooed across your forehead.
If someone ran into you on the street at night, they'd probably pass out from fright.
I'm still wondering why he won't take off the armor.
Maybe even during the day.
Unless he's really supposed to be a robot?
Oh.
Oh dear.
I'm so sorry.
Take off your goddamn helmet!
For my frightening appearance.
You stupid idiot. Well, it's not really something you need to apologize for. I mean, it's not your fault, right?
No. I suppose not. Well, I assume not.
But what?
I'm not sure why, but none of this feels particularly strange. The mask and the suit, I mean. In a way, it almost feels natural. I don't feel as though I was forced into it.
Are you saying this is how you always look?
No, I don't think that's it.
This might be a pretty obvious question, but is there any way for you to...
No.
Oops. He said take it off. Any way for you to take it off?
I've tried several times. To
no
avail.
Fine.
I honestly don't even know where to start. Ah, but there is something I'd like to ask of you. There are parts of the suit I can't see. Could you have a look and tell me if perhaps there is a switch or something similar?
Dibs on the butt. With no further warning, he removed his robe and turned his back to us. It took no time at all to find something of interest. There's a hole here on the back of your head.
A hole?
Stick my finger in it. It's a power button. Yeah, it looks like you insert something? It says open, so maybe you put some kind of key in there?
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
I see. That's excellent news. We just need to find whatever it is that goes in there then.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. You took off your robe to show us the back of your head? Shouldn't anybody have noticed something at the back of your head? Whatever.
I feel somewhat relieved. I was beginning to fear I might have to spend the rest of my life like this.
Wait. A minute ago, you said that it felt natural.
Well, it does. But that doesn't mean I want to stay in it forever. Imagine having glasses, for instance. Wearing them doesn't feel strange. You'd hardly want to wear them all the time, forever, would you? That's what wearing this suit is like. Well, I think that's enough about me. Should we move to the next room now?
No. There still might be something here. I'm staying.
Me too.
I see. Well then, I will move ahead and see how our companions are doing. What do you intend to do?
I think I'll be moving along too.
Where do you plan to go?
I'm gonna go have a drink. I was thinking maybe I head to the lounge.
Very well. I shall head for the crew quarters then. Until we meet again. Excuse me.
Kay's robe flowed silently around him as he turned to leave. I made my way out of the infirmary behind him. wonder if maybe I was supposed to like... never mind. I thought I said I was gonna be done after I talked to them, but I guess I'll just finish the lounge and then end there. Might as well go through everything. I didn't think I'd have to go into the lounge, but I guess I'm just gonna see other people. Was it Dio and Alice?
Oh, Sigma. Perfect timing.
You were here earlier, right?
Yeah, I was. I stole the alcohol. You can't have it. Fi, Luna, and I were the first into this room. Did you find anything suspicious?
Like, secret pathway or something.
You really think that that's the kind of detail I would have neglected to mention? Anything else, then? Anything out of the ordinary? Out of the ordinary? Well, I mean, everything about this room is out of the ordinary. How about this? Isn't that obvious? It's an astronomy magazine. Apparently, it's got an article about a lunar eclipse. It says it's going to happen on December 31st, 2028. This New Year's Eve, then? Yeah. 6 days from now. What did you say? What do you mean 6 days? Huh? Well, today's Christmas, right? So...
Wait a minute. When were you grabbed?
Huh? Didn't you hear me? On Christmas. About 2 or 3 in the morning. Wait, did they pick you up on a different day?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I was abducted in the middle of the night on December 22nd. What about you?
I think it was the 20th.
Then we were all taken on different days. Oh. Does that mean we were just sleeping until the notary game started?
Maybe they kept us on a Soparil IV drip or something?
In theory, you could have everyone wake up at the same time if you got the dosage right. Then today might not even be the 25th. I think that's likely. Oh shit.
Yeah. Some of us were probably abducted after you.
Uh-oh. Oh. Well, I guess that explains why I feel kind of dizzy. You too? I felt disoriented since I woke up. My body doesn't feel right. Are we in space?
Maybe
wait, that can't be right.
Because we were asleep for so long. Your muscles start to atrophy if you don't use them.
Maybe not. If you were in space, you probably wouldn't have gravity. Then what day is today?
Beats me.
I have no idea. Well, what about you guys? Was there anything interesting in the crew quarters or the infirmary?
Nah, nothing in the quarters. Oh well, there was a book about a cat.
A cat?
Yeah, something about a cat in a box and whether it's dead or alive. Didn't make any sense to me though.
Well, it doesn't really sound like something that's going to help us to get out of here.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
How about the infirmary? Find anything interesting? Well, actually there was one thing.
What?
I wasn't trying to hide it. The right moment to mention it just never came up. You don't need to apologize. Just tell us what you found. Well, see for yourself. A knife! Oh. It's a newspaper article, looks like. Yeah, it was in the safe in the infirmary.
Let me see that. Radical-6 infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities.
Ooh, what the hell? What's Radical-6? Just read the article. I swallowed and began to read. The Radical-6 virus continues to spread across the globe like wildfire. The WHO has confirmed that the death toll is estimated to have passed 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any infected patient is strongly advised. Oh god, anything related to infections and quarantine and deadly viruses just brings me back to the days of last year. Do you think we're in a quarantine facility?
You mean you think we got infected with this Radical-6 thing? Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, we don't know anything for sure, but look at us. We seem pretty healthy. Admittedly, I don't know what the symptoms of Radical-6 are, but if it's killing people worldwide, they must be horrific. Now, just look at this soft, lustrous skin. This perfect, shapely face. Settle down. Does this beauty look like something infected with an awful disease? You want to touch it, don't you, boy? Not really. I can see it in your eyes. No, not really. Try. Oh, are you talking to Dio? Well, I am feeling a little weird.
That could just be from sleeping for a couple of days. Or maybe it's a side effect of that drug. Besides, if this is where they ship people to quarantine them, don't you think there aren't enough, people?
Turns out that we're the only ones that survived it, and then everyone else has died. Something like Allah to Danganronpa.
This thing is killing people all over
Actually,
the
wait,
world,
nothing like
right?
that happened in Danganronpa. Or does it? No spoilers? Maybe not? Does anything like that happen? I don't think so. Does it? No. What? No. What? No. What? What? I'm getting confused now. Never mind, forget I said anything.
So why would there only be 9 of us here?
Yeah, I guess you do have a point.
Think about it. Zero is forcing us to play this nonary game. Why would the government quarantine people and then make them play a game?
Also a good point.
Yes, it is.
So you're saying that there's no connection between our abductions and this virus?
Probably not.
Well, if it's here in the game, it has to be related. Well, it's still something we should remember, I suppose. I mean, even if we're safe here, our friends and families are still out there.
That's true. I hope they're all right.
Wait a minute. When did this virus actually show up? I've never heard of it before.
Neither have I.
Me either.
So what day is it? If this Radical-6 killed hundreds and thousands of people while we were asleep, just how long have we been here for?
I don't think you'll be able to just puzzle that out. If we want the truth, we need to find more information.
Yeah, well, doesn't look like we're gonna have time for that.
Oh, it's 4 minutes. Shit, we're late.
Yeah.
All right then. We should hurry.
Alright, I think once we get to a point where I can stop, it'll probably be the end of this session. Playing for quite a while. Definitely helps to play a game when you don't have to voice act all the characters. Alright. Yeah, I guess the next time we play, we'll be deciding on where to go next. Seems like a good place to save. Why not? Alright. I guess this is where I'm gonna stop. Is this gonna bring me back to the main menu? Yes. Alright, well that's our first session of Virtue's Last Reward. Wonder what's gonna happen. I get the feeling that I'm gonna be very stressed throughout this playthrough, only because of the multiple routes and having to go through all of them in order to get the true ending, like how it was in 999. Oh my god, it's gonna be a long thing. Probably won't be able to do it all in one, well, not one sitting, but like I probably won't be doing this consecutively. There'll probably be breaks in it or whatever. But that's it. If you've been watching, thanks. I'll see how well I'll do later on. Bye.